What were you bullied for? I was socially awkward. I also was greatly motivated to be liked. I did a lot of shit trying to be like that in hindsight, made me unliked. It's such a catch-22. People are drawn to charismatic confidence. Not too much, but just enough is the key. Even if you make a fool of yourself, if you can play it off confidently, then you'll be likable around the right group. It's hard to have confidence if you're not liked. So by trying to be liked without confidence, you actually give off an air of desperation. Desperation gives off a vibe that's noticeable from a mile away to anyone. Desperation just makes people uncomfortable, and that's when people tend to bully you over that shared discomfort. The bullying ruins any chance you have to be confident. The more you are bullied, the more likely you are to manifest a negative view of people around you, and the more likely you are to lash out at people. The bullied can become the bully very quickly, and the cycle starts again. It's truly a vicious cycle. I didn't know it at the time, but for being autistic. Apparently people tried to bully me in school, but I was so oblivious that I didn't even notice. LOL. I have a friend like that. He wouldn't notice people's tones and took what they said literally. He only knew he was being bullied when it was extremely direct. He was the 1% outcast weirdo with me. Being too quiet. No, I just don't want to talk to you assholes. I was initially bullied for having speech impediments and having to go to the speech pathologist once a week during class. That later evolved into me getting bullied for being too quiet and never talking to anyone. Being of Indian origin in a 1980s English inner-city school. It got bad and Mum got me an actual concealed money belt as I was bullied for money, so was starving and beaten up when I got home. Then I discovered boxing. The road to redemption was a bloody one. British public school in the 70s and 80s. Usually it was 3 against 1, and I had no clue how to fight. Boxing trainers showed me how to punch one shot to the jaw of the biggest kid was all it took. They all wanted to be my buddies. After that I used to stick up for the other kids who were like I had been. Boxing definitely saved my ass. I was annoying. I talked too much. I read instead of running around outside. I clicked my teeth on my utensils when I ate. I hummed bits of songs. I breathed too loud. I asked too many questions. I was awkward. I ate too much. I dressed badly. My entire existence was a constant assault on the senses of my bully. She was my mom. At first I was going, damn kids are dicks, hopefully things got better. Then my heart broke. I was raped by my friend's 35-year-old brother when I was 13 when she abandoned me at his house. After that happened, she started a rumor that I was a whore, and every day at school girls would scream at me and ask, "How far along are you?" and things of that nature. I got called a whore so frequently that I dropped out due to it. It's alright though. Got my GED, went to college, graduated summa cum laude. I'm smart, I'm attractive, I am happy. They can all fuck off. To this day, I really don't know. Something happened in the summer between 2nd and 3rd grade that made a bunch of people decide that they didn't like me anymore, including my best friend. I only had 2 friends left until my family moved away in the middle of 7th grade. Bullies would follow me home most days, and my mom finally had to verbally super scion a few parents down the street to get them to take it down a notch. I finally asked one of them what I ever did to them, and they said, "You were born." How do you even respond to that statement? I just got a sharp pang after seeing that phrase again. For being half German, couldn't go a day in high school without a guy in my class pretended to be my friend and would call me a Nazi, drawing swastikas all over my schoolwork/books and then justifying it because his dad was Jewish and he was Russian and the Russians beat the Nazis, so he was better than me. I was always too anxious about not having friends/didn't know how to make friends that I put up with it for 4 years. We had a German guy in high school, even had some umlauts in his name, and everybody kinda did the same. I always thought it was kinda over the top, but he always shrugged it off. Even made some jokes at his own expense every once in a while. I always thought it was more of a, if you can't beat M, join M kind of situation though. I could see how it'd get annoying fast. It's so very one-dimensional. The lowest hanging fruit. I was bullied from age 6 to age 13 every day for my surname, a word for a hunchback in my language, my looks, my nature, me knowing English, reading, drawing, and just existing overall. I fucking hated middle school. My mom tried standing up for me, but no one cares in Slavic countries, and the teachers didn't give a shit even though they saw everything. It's all the part of growing up. My father ignored my constant tears and the terror I experienced in those years. I was attacked, beaten, and targeted whenever I would leave my flat. I was stabbed with screwdrivers and dull knives, chased around the neighborhood by kids on bikes while they threw rocks at me. I was only invited to birthday parties so that the kids would have someone to terrorize and gang up on. I always hated B-days, but my mom though and why the children would be kinder to me out of school. But that's that. Once I began high school, I was around all new people and I decided to play as a tough girl and stood up for myself on the get-go. But it turns out art school mostly brought other bullied kids together, and I had the 4 best years of my life there with other kind and loving people who just wanted to make friends and have fun.